Welcome back everyone, hope you're all fine and dandy and ready to talk about more dream holidays from us here at Cruise1st. Well, we're taking celebrity cruises for this show and another round of planning fascinating trips. We're heading off on an epic journey from Portugal to South America for late next year. We're also heading to the exotic East for January in 2026, including a luxury stay on Bali. Oh, wonderful. And an all-inclusive cruise of Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand to look forward to. We're going to start though with something a little bit sooner, a nice relaxing warm break to the Caribbean for April. Yes please. 3 completely different holiday adventures in this 15-night trip as well. And before we cruise the Caribbean islands, we're flying over to Miami for a 2-night hotel stay. Why not? I mean, a good a place as any, I think, to spend some time in the sunshine. Go and see Little Havana with its Cuban culture, food and music. Head to the Seaquarium there and go and see the dolphins, the sea lions and more. Head to the Everglades National Park, see the wildlife there from an airboat. You can wander the Bayside Marketplace for shopping. There's the PAM Contemporary Art Museum, the Design District with its upscale shopping and its smart buildings. There's Jungle Island, which is a zoological park where you can get up close with exotic animals. You have got choice after choice after choice. Of course, if you want to just find a beach like South Beach and relax there, not a problem whatsoever. That time is to spend as you like, as is your 10 nights of fabulous 5-star cruising with celebrity. And we're on board the Silhouette. Now you know what I'm going to talk about first because you're seeing it right now. That is exactly where I would be. A lot of this cruise up on the lawn club, enjoying fabulous live music, enjoying a glass of something. And remember, of course, a glass of something is part of the deal here as well. Not just one, but many and plenty enjoyed responsibly one at a time, because you've got your classic drinks package included, as to have you got your Wi-Fi. So you know, if I am ever on this ship, you know what will be happening. My Instagram and my Facebook will be alight with pictures and videos from the lawn club. I could do a Facebook Live from the lawn club. That'd be quite nice to do, wouldn't it? Very, very nice. So smart, the interiors of celebrity cruise ships. They just have that very, very luxurious feel about them. And yet everyone is just so relaxed and having such a good time. It's all about just enjoying the smartest of everything. So when you go and dine in any of the restaurants, oh my word, that food is making my mouth water right now. When you dine in any of the restaurants, it feels like something special. Main dining is something where lavish attention to detail is there in every single dish that you enjoy. Even when you go to the Ocean View Cafe, so many different stations, so many different foods for you, especially when it's breakfast time. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm at home, I just tend to have the very, very same safe breakfast day after day after day after day. When you're on a cruise ship, you have got the most massive of choices, and you don't have to be at breakfast, you know, by 8:30 or 8:45. You can have a nice sort of a leisurely breakfast, which almost turns into brunch. You've got so many choices in terms of the evening, in terms of bars and lounges and different entertainment, quieter, more sophisticated cocktail lounge style to the full big production show. There's always something different going on, and you never have that feeling of waiting or being crowded on these ships either. And yet there's enough people on board to have a good time, to meet new people, to share stories of your holidays. I always think you meet the most fascinating people on cruises, and you hear about all the places they've been to, and it often inspires you to head to new parts of the world as well. It's one of the joys of cruise travel. You've got time to sit, relax, chat, get to know people, and just all enjoy this wonderful upscale luxurious experience. And we're going to take 10 nights of cruising out of Miami, 2 days of cruising, and we're off to the Caribbean. Oranjestad in Aruba is first. It's the capital, of course. Famous butterfly farm is here. Amazing beaches. It's known as One Happy Island, and it looks it. Next, we go to Kralendijk in Bonaire. This is the capital here as well. You have salt pyramids here, the most incredible stunning beaches, The most wonderful houses here too, really colourful and really beautiful. Next we head to Williamstadt in Curacao, walking distance to the city shopping centre where you port here and all the tourist areas. You can take self-guided tours, there's history tours or water sports as well to choose from. 4 days at sea and we cruise into Cape Liberty in New York. That is where we say goodbye to Celebrity Silhouette, but we are staying in New York. We're going to have 2 nights in the city. And I looked up the time of year you're going to be here as well. May is a great time to be in New York. There are cycling tours. You can go and explore the city and Central Park, of course. It's a good time for shows on Broadway. And of course, you've got the baseball here as well. There's 2 teams who have their home stadiums in New York, the Yankees and the Mets. You've got the Empire State Building, which has its birthday in early May, so that's celebrated. And there's the Cinco de Mayo Mexican Food Festival, which usually happens in May too. So there are lots of different things happening at this time of the year. And after our couple of nights in New York, that's where we fly you back to the UK. So it's a nicely rounded holiday this. If you've not seen this part of the Southern Caribbean, it's a lovely way of doing it with 5-star celebrity. It's even nicer to do it with classic drinks and Wi-Fi included, to be enjoyed responsibly, one at a time, of course. But imagine all of the lovely Caribbean beaches. You're starting off, remember, after your flight over to Miami, you've got 2 nights there, so time to lavish, enjoy all those wonderful beaches and just how, you know, funky and vibrant Miami is. And then you've got this very, very relaxed Caribbean cruise on the Celebrity Silhouette. Remember, when you are in the Caribbean, completely different pace of life. Everything kind of slows down, and every one of these Caribbean islands have a different flair and a different personality and different activities for you to enjoy as well. It's going to be true bliss for 10 fabulous nights, and it's very relaxed as well. Ending the cruise in New York, that's where things ramp up a little bit, because you are staying in New York for 2 nights there in a hotel, and of course we include the flight back to the UK. Now, if you've ever tried to plan even, you know, a long weekend in New York, by the time you've got the flights and the hotel sorted, even before you've had a meal, seen a show, done anything like that, the prices are all over the place. And look at what we can offer you here with a stay in Miami, a stay in New York and a Caribbean cruise, which is all inclusive. In fact, your value of your drinks and Wi-Fi alone is over $1,200 worth of value, and you've got it here, the whole holiday, at £2,099 per person, which I think, I have to say, hats off again to our amazing team. That's us and the amount of people we send on a celebrity cruise really working to your favour, because we're a worldwide company. We've got brands around the world. We're booking so many people on celebrity cruises that we can really unlock very, very special deals. And there is one in front of you, and it's there just to be grabbed as quickly as you possibly can. Here are your upgrade prices on board as well for the cruise element of this. It's incredible. Remember, your cruise is 10 of those nights. 10 of those 15 nights are on the cruise. So when you're looking at your upgrade prices, I mean, £99 more to go Ocean View has got to be worth looking at straight away, hasn't it? And not too much further to your balcony. You're already all inclusive. So, you know, if you weren't all inclusive, the cost of, you know, drinks packages alone would outweigh your balcony upgrade price, for instance. So why not think of taking that extra upgrade, because you're going around the Caribbean. So, you know, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, during the day when you go, you know, maybe go back to the cabin for a bit of siesta. If you're staying on board that day, everyone's going off into port, you're staying on board, have a little siesta in the afternoon with the balcony doors open. Sounds like heaven. And listen, if you want to book it, get in right now, because it comes up soon in April and it will sell out, I think, this one. 0800 953 4700 is your free phone telephone number, of course, and you can call us 7 days a week here at Cruise1st. Even at the weekends, in the afternoon into the early evening over the weekends as well, you can actually call us on 0800 953 for 700. Right, next up then with Celebrity, we're taking a real Phileas Fogg adventure from Portugal to South America. This is a fascinating adventure for 19 nights in November of next year. We fly you first over to Lisbon in Portugal, and we're getting straight on board Celebrity Equinox when we get there. Of course, we could add a hotel stay in Lisbon if you want to, not a problem whatsoever. But on this one, we're getting straight on board the ship. And she is lovely, the Equinox as well. They've all had recent refurbishments, of course, because Celebrity have this real timetable on their ships. Even if they've been around a little bit longer, they're regularly refreshing them and revitalizing what happens on board, so that they are a step ahead of the average boutique hotel. And these really do feel so far beyond a boutique hotel. It's untrue. When you see the level of service that you enjoy pretty much everywhere you go, and let's bear in mind you're on holiday, so you don't want anything, you don't want anything to grumble about, and you won't have anything to grumble about when you're on board, because whenever you need help with something, there's a massive team on board to help you. When you're looking for the best food, it's always there. When you're looking for the best coffee, in my opinion, it's on board the Celebrity ships. It is wonderful. The most incredible speciality dining. Every dining restaurant feels like speciality. There are some that specialize in certain things and you pay a little bit more for, and they are well worth it, let me tell you. The most incredible wine pairings as well. This is something that Celebrity do. Moreover, they have a wonderful focus on fine wines as well. They have a very, very busy team actually working on their behalf, who scour the vineyards of the world to find the very, very finest wines that you can enjoy. And remember, here we are all inclusive as well. We have a classic drinks package included. And even if the drink that you choose goes over the value of your drinks package, the good news is you just pay the difference between the price of the drink and the allowance in your drinks package, which I always think is really fantastic. You also have Wi-Fi, which keeps you connected and in touch with the world if you want to be. I mean, if you want to just stick your phone in the safe and be completely disconnected, not a problem. No one would blame you at all, but you can stay connected with really fast Wi-Fi that comes from satellite right the way through your cruise. So that means that you can be posting all of your pictures and social media, this, that and the other, as you go along your holiday, which is quite clever. So many things happen during the day as well. I mean, you've got the most beautiful surroundings, but there are lots of parties that happen on board. There are wonderful live entertainments during the day. There are things like live quiz shows and game shows that happen. Lovely nightlife as well. So if you want to, you know, plan out your whole evening, you can do it. You've got the Celebrity app with you the whole time, so you can see what's going on around the ship. You can see what's coming up. You've got also the information that comes through to your stateroom every evening that tells you what's happening tomorrow. Where are we porting into tomorrow? What are the trips for tomorrow? You know, when are the restaurants open tomorrow? What's going on? What's tomorrow's show? You get all of that information as you cruise. So it makes life so simple. And of course, you can dip into that program of things to do as much or as little as you like to on this one. Now, this is one of those cruises where you get more cruise for your money. It's great. So we're leaving out of Lisbon and we've got 15 fabulous 5-star nights. A day at sea, and we're in Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Well, that needs no explanation really, does it? Tenerife, gorgeous year-round sunshine. So even though we're looking at the end of November, we've sailed straight to more sunshine. Then we're across the pond after a few days cruising. We're in Brazil, in Salvador. Pelourinho Square is beautiful. The Church of São Francisco and shopping in the Mercado Modelo are all things that you need to put on your list. Then we've got a day at sea into Rio de Janeiro. Now, of course, you've got the famous Iguazu Falls, which are close to Rio. You've got Santa Teresa, the Bohemian neighborhood there, and so much more. I mean, big sports stadiums, botanical gardens and more. 2 days of cruising into Montevideo in Uruguay, and you can stroll the Rambla here. You can a really nice escape from the city, actually unwind, relax and take in the beauty there, or explore the Mercado. On to Buenos Aires, and that is where we disembark. And we're staying in Buenos Aires for a 3-night hotel stay. This is the capital of Argentina, of course. You can see the impressive pink Casa Rosada presidential palace here. See the very, very famous Teatro Colón opera house here. Maybe see a show if there's one on when you are there. Wander La Boca, which is what we're looking at right now. Enjoy the lively tango in the streets and cafes and restaurants. And there's Palermo Soho as well, which has got brilliant street art, trendy boutiques. There's also the largest Japanese gardens outside of Japan reside in Buenos Aires in Argentina. I wonder what that relation is between Japan and Argentina. Well, that's something that you can discover and find out as part of your stay there. And then after your 3 nights in a hotel there, that's when we fly back to the hotel. What a varied cruise this is as well. I love it. And I love the fact you've got a big bunch of sea days there between the Canary Islands and Brazil, because there are the days where you're not missing out on a port. You can really relax. You know, it's going to be a fantastic sail over from the Canary Islands over to Brazil. Certainly much better weather than we're going to be having here in the UK in November of next year. I think I can pretty for certain guarantee that, cruising from Portugal all the way over to Argentina. So in the price I'm about to give you right now, your flight from the UK, that little hop, skip and jump over to Lisbon in Portugal, and then you've got 15 nights there of Celebrity Equinox cruising. Classic Wink drinks and Wi-Fi are included there. Cruising to the Canaries, over to Brazil, Uruguay, and ending in Buenos Aires in Argentina, where you have 3 nights in a hotel, and then of course your flight back to the UK. Again, this is bonkers. This is one of those cruises where you are certainly 5-star and getting more for your money. In fact, the drinks and Wi-Fi value in this package alone is $1,600 worth. In fact, over $1,600 worth of value per person in just the drinks and the Wi-Fi that are included here in your deal at $2,399. This is why when people discover us for the first time, and lots of people are discovering Cruise1st TV for the first time, we're on Freeview channel 89 now in the afternoons between 1 and 4 on Shop on TV, and lots of people are finding us there for the first time. They are looking at our price tags and they're thinking, hang on a second, is this for real? Is this too good to be true? Call our team right now and we can lock that price in for you today, which is incredible. Here are your upgrade prices for that amazing cruise where you're already all inclusive, remember. In fact, there is the value on your screen there of the drinks and the Wi-Fi that we've got as part of this deal. So it's just another $199 each to go ocean view. You've got your balcony price there as well. You really have the best of everything already. You've got the most beautiful 5-star ship, which if you've never cruised with Celebrity before, and you're thinking, okay, who is it for? It's for everyone. All kinds of people cruise Celebrity. And of course, because lots of new people are discovering cruises, and you know, and lots of younger folk are finding cruising now as well. The average age of cruising has opened up so dramatically over the last sort of 5 to 10 years. You'll find that newlyweds are enjoying their honeymoon on cruises like this. You're finding, yes, people who are celebrating 30 years marriage, 50 years marriage, you know, retiring, whatever it might be. A whole heap of people are enjoying the relaxed vibe on Celebrity in that 5-star surround. You'll love it. 0800 953 4700. Any questions about the ship? If you want to add a stay in Lisbon to that, again, our team can arrange that for you. If you want longer than 3 nights in Buenos Aires at the end of the cruise, no problem. We can hook you up with other adventures in this part of the world as well in terms of tours. The possibilities, my friends, are just endless, and that's the great thing about these holidays. Obviously, to put prices on your screen, we need to put packages together and make them pretty exacting, but then you can play around with the stays as well. Next, it's time for us to take an adventure east for the start of 2026. And for this one, we've got a low deposit offer of just £199 each, because we are heading right the way over to Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand over 19 nights in all. So the first part of that is flying over to the paradise of Bali, the island of the gods as they call it. Now you've got a 5-night absolute heaven retreat here in a hotel, because Bali, you want to be as free as a bird somewhere like here. You want to explore many of the rich wonders. Of course, there'll be local tours on offer there if you want to take those. Some recommendations though, take a trek up Mount Batur, and enjoy the views after a challenging climb. You know, if you fancy a little bit of a hike there, you can see the twin waterfalls at Bayamala. Head into the heart of Bali to Ubud and go to its wonderful galleries. Enjoy the local crafts here. They make the most incredible and complex silversmith jewellery here, which is exceptional. You can go to the workshops and see that. There are great markets. You can go snorkeling. There's a Blue Lagoon beach here. You can snorkel with the manta rays. The list is endless. It's a good job you've got 5 nights there, to be honest with you. And then it's time for your celebrity cruise. Now this is another 12 nights of fabulous holiday. 5-star surroundings again with celebrity. She's been through a massive Revolution upgrade as well, where they spent over $500 million in refreshing their ships and their fleet, and they had some of the biggest design names in the world as part of that process as well, because celebrity always want to keep their 5-star reputation, if you like. They want to keep that smart, they want to keep it brand new and relevant, because you know what, and I say this all the time as well, but you can stay in a 5-star or a hotel in the UK that says it's 5-star and you think, I'm sure it was 20 years ago, but you know, times have changed. What we expect has changed. The kind of facilities that we like, you know, the ability to, you know, dim your lights in your bedroom, the ability to go on to an app and just see everything that is on offer right the way around the ship. You know, having the most incredible bedding, for instance, and mattresses that you literally just dream away into. They are superb. Please do, if you get the chance, go to the spa on these ships, because having been on a couple of the celebrity ships now, I was completely blown away by just the sheer amount of treatments that are available, most of which I had never heard of. It's not something I do in everyday life, go to a spa. I probably should every now and again, actually. It's probably quite good for you, isn't it, in terms of, you know, well-being and whatever. But you see the menus and you think, wow. And of course, remember, the team on board are so experienced in what they do. And when I talk about the team, I include everyone in that, from the people that look after your stateroom to the very, very talented chefs, from the team that serve you in the dining rooms as well. They've often come from, you know, really highbrow establishments around the world, and they've chosen their life at sea, and they have a great time sailing with celebrity. I mean, you haven't seen a cocktail mixed until you've seen it on one of the bars on one of these celebrity ships. It's just great to stand there and watch, sit at the bar and listen to people ordering their cocktails and just watch them being made up from scratch every single time. Really beautiful design and restaurant concepts as well. Le Petit Chef that we just saw there, where you see the meal made by the little tiny chef in animation on the plate on your table, and then it arrives for real. I mean, that's something you wouldn't do in everyday life. It's a really, really clever thing to do. And there are so many different spaces to be in as part of your celebrity cruise. So the whole thing is there to wrap you up in this great big duvet, if you like, of luxury, of smart surroundings. And yes, it's a little bit more considered than your average holiday experience, but what that delivers back to you in the feeling of effortless and everything being, you know, just that little bit more elevated and smart and relaxed and sophisticated, kind of makes you want to dress up of an evening, actually, and enjoy it. Of course, you can enjoy it as relaxed as you like, which is great. So where were we? 12 nights of cruising out of Bali, and we head to Lombok first in Indonesia. You can head to Matara here. There are wonderful temples. There's a lovely water palace at Mayura as well, but lots and lots of very, very chilled out places to be and enjoy here. We are going next into Selakan Bawang. This is a very, 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 very laid back part of the world. Again, somewhere to maybe head to the markets and do a little bit of bartering maybe, or enjoy the monkey forest at Ubud. Couple of days at sea, we're in Kuala Lumpur. Now this is big, bustling city in comparison to where we've just been. Heading to Merdeka Square here, see the colonial buildings from way back when, and head into the Jalan Alor bustling street, which is famous for the foods there. Then into Penang in Malaysia, 2 full days here. We're here for an overnight, so you can see it by day and by night if you want to. You can take the funicular up Penang Hill there and enjoy the views. There's a wonderful botanical gardens here as well. Not just the gardens, but the monkeys that roam around them should be a good fun experience. And then we cruise on to Langkawi in Malaysia, which has the Sky Cab, which is a big cable car experience, which gives you again high vantage points across Langkawi. Great street food there for you in the markets and lots more. Then we cruise on to Phuket. Now 2 full days here as well, which is nice. So you can take a boat to Pangangar Bay and go and see the limestone casts and cave here, and the James Bond Island. There's the old town as well with its quirky architecture and some lovely local foods, and of course this part of the world is just oodles and oodles of beach activities to enjoy as well. So good to have a couple of days there before we arrive back into Singapore, and that's where we fly back to the UK. So if you've ever wanted to do a bit of a Far East cruise, then this is great because you're balancing out kind of 2 kind of holidays. I mean, you've got a really kind of horizontal, relaxed or explore holiday in Bali, and then you've got the cruise and all the different destinations that entails as well, which is lovely. It's good to be planning holidays, isn't it? It's always a nice thing to talk about. And this one we can plan and get into the diary literally today for £199 each, the deposit, which is great, so you know it's happening. Of course, this is the start of 2026, so you might already have 2025's cruises or holidays already in the diary. Well, how about a bit more forward planning as well, £199 each today to lock in this price tag for the start of 2026. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you'd imagine that 5 nights in Bali and the flights to and from, and that would be that spent, wouldn't you? But no, you also get the cruise for that as well. And in the cruise, your drinks, your classic drinks are included, and your Wi-Fi again. And that alone has a value of over $1,300 per person, which is crazy when you look at that price. And remember, lock it in today with your deposits of just £199 each if you like the look and the sound of this one. Here's the details if you want to upgrade your stateroom as well, up to ocean view or balcony. Oh my word, we've got to stop doing this, haven't we? Just £99 more and you're on ocean view there. That's pretty good going. In fact, considering the length of the cruise, what are we, 12 nights on the cruise, $299 more to go to your balcony. Tempting, isn't it? I mean, you've got your drinks in there already, haven't you? You've got your Wi-Fi already included, so your balcony might just be a little treat to yourselves. Would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, it's a 5-star ship. You kind of want the best of everything, don't you? It's up to you completely. You've got the best deal there on screen and a low deposit to lock it in today of just £199 each. And again, if you want to tinker with the stays, no problem whatsoever on this one. Did we have a stay in Singapore on this one? We didn't, did we? Because we finished the cruise in Singapore. Of course, we started it in Bali, but we ended it in Singapore. So if you wanted to add a couple of extra nights in a hotel in Singapore, then again, maybe you could say, okay, we won't go for the balcony upgrade. We'll add a couple of nights in Singapore in a hotel to the end of the cruise. Decisions. And of course, the best way of making those decisions often is by talking to our team, because they know the best value ways of maxing out your holiday budget. It's brilliant, and they really do work for you. They're all on your side. It's brilliant. There's no extra booking fees. And remember, when you book a package with us, every penny of that is protected. There's my protection dome over your whole holiday there, because we're ABTA bonded and we're ATOL protected as well. Now, if you love talking about holidays and you love hearing about holidays, don't forget you can watch our channel too, 24 hours a day on our website at Cruise1st.tv and on our YouTube channel as well. So middle of the night, you wake up, you want to talk about holidays, we will be here. I'll be here waiting for you with more great ideas, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.